The Kundalini energy is grace and love. After so many years of being in this inquiry with the Kundalini, having teachers, having a guru, reading as many books as I could, as much information as I could on the subject. When I did the interviews with Alan Steinfeld, I realized how many different perceptions there are of the Kundalini. I had been raised in one idea of how the Kundalini worked and what the Kundalini was. But there are so many different ideas and experiences within the realm of Kundalini and Kundalini awakening, Shakti and Shaktipat. My conclusion, if I have a conclusion, I don't have a conclusion, I don't know, but what I feel after all this time, 30 years of being deeply enmeshed in this energy and in this grace and working with people, allowing the Kundalini to come through me to heal people and work with people, interviewing other people that are in the Kundalini, all different aspects of the Kundalini. My idea, my feeling, my understanding is that Kundalini is grace and love, and I honestly don't see Kundalini as any different than God or the divine. So it's the active aspect. In the tradition I'm from, it's the female aspect of the divine, or the active aspect, right? The creation. And when she works through me, sometimes she's very active, and sometimes it's very passive, and sometimes it comes through as Shiva. It comes through me a lot as Shiva. If you were following me in 2020, you know I had that massive Shiva awakening. And Shiva just completely took me over. And so my expression has been much more Shiva since that time, although Kali still comes through sometimes. Prior to that, it was probably a lot of more of the feminine, the Kali energy. And now, mostly it comes through as Shiva. Almost always it comes through as Shiva. But I feel that Shiva and Kali are not separate. I feel like it's one divine energy. So Kundalini is grace. Kundalini is love. Kundalini is the divine. Kundalini is the part of us that's already awake. So we want to awaken the Kundalini, but ultimately she's already in there. She just wants to be seen. We talk about the Kundalini as an entity of grace. What I talked about last week is going in and asking the Kundalini to awaken, asking the Kundalini to be alive within us. Kundalini is grace and love. Kundalini is divine. Definitely not something separate from us, something that already dwells within us. So many different ideas about Kundalini out there. I finally realized that going within and finding what that is for us, finding what that expression is for us, finding what that grace is for us, finding what that love is for us. I finally decided that that dwells within me as the grace of God, as divinity. So that is my guru. My guru is the inward grace, the inward truth, the Kundalini, the Shiva Shakti energy that dwells within me. I love you. Kundalini is grace and love.